Hello, it's good to be here again, be back in the online realm of young life. So I want to start with this. There's a quote from a guy I liked watching a lot when I was younger. He's a motivational speaker called Eric Thomas. And I'm just going to read out this quote for you. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I remember a lot when I was younger, even now, I still enjoy watching motivational speech, the inspirational music in the background and a charismatic speaker being very loud, very energetic, very enthusiastic, telling you can do this. And I could resonate with their message, but sometimes I struggle to get what they're saying. But what they're talking about is this theme of persistence and not giving up. I think I don't need to remind you of the season that we're in, but it can be difficult. What's the point, And that's something that's going to continue even throughout the rest of our lives. What's the point in doing what I'm doing right now? Why should I do this? You see, we want things. We all want things, but do we do anything to actually work towards those things, to achieve those things? I quite like asking people not what they want to do, because everyone has dreams, but I quite like asking people, how are you working towards your dreams right now? I find it's a more interesting conversation that way. But when it comes to my faith and what I believe in, we are told that success in God's understanding of the way of the world, as we read about in the Bible, is not the same as worldly success. He desires for us to spend eternity with him rather than just living out our earthly days, getting rich, getting a nice house and all of these things. And so my idea of success and persisting to get success has changed a lot as I've walked in my relationship with Jesus. But there's one thing I want to just really get you guys to hold on to, because you've all got dreams and we all want to persist, and I don't want this to be another motivational speech, but I really just want to address one question which I'm going to come to. There's a parable in which Jesus was teaching his disciples to show them that they should always pray and they should not give up. You can find this in Luke chapter 18 if you're interested. And he says in this parable that there was a judge who neither feared God or cared what people thought. He was just blown around like the wind. And there was a widow in that town who kept coming to him with the plea, grant me justice against my adversary. And what ends up happening, the parable is used to explain faith and what faith means. Well, I want you to hold on to this idea. This widow in the parable kept coming to this judge. And I don't know about you guys, but I've found sometimes I want something and I don't do anything about it. I don't even pray about it. I don't persist in it. And what Jesus is teaching here, he said it at the start. We should always pray and never give up. Jesus taught us how to pray. There's an entire half a chapter earlier on in the Gospels about it. But this widow prayed that she would be granted justice against her adversary. How many times have you actually prayed about something you desire? And be honest. You might have thought about it up here, you might feel it in here, but how many times have you really done something about something you want to happen? Have you prayed? Have you persisted? We have to keep going and not give up. And that's a reminder really at this time. We need to persist. If you've not prayed about something that right now is really difficult for you or something that you're really hoping to do, pray about it. I really encourage you to not give up. You've got to keep going. There's some things now I can think about that I've been praying for years, and I'm not even seeing any headway with some of these things, but there's what I have seen headway in is certain areas where I have really persisted. And I encourage you, don't give up. Pray about what you are trying to, whether you want to be granted justice against your adversary, as this widow did. My prayer for you guys is that you will persist in where you're at. Maybe what persistence looks like for you now is after hearing Young Life Club talks for a while, you might have watched a fair few on YouTube. Read about it. Listen about it. Speak to your leaders about something. Do something that you haven't yet done to overcome something that you're coming into right now. And I guess you can maybe give some thought to a relationship with Jesus. Maybe that's what overcoming the hurdle you're in front of right now looks like. But I encourage you, just as the motivational speaker said, to not give up. Ones I've watched before. Jesus tells us not to give up and to always be praying. Always, we can pray to the creator of the universe who is far bigger than anything we can ever imagine, our problems and even our dreams. So persist, continue to always pray, don't give up. And if there's something that's troubling you right now and you're thinking about it, speak to a leader, and we would love to pray for you and to pray with you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I look forward to seeing you all soon.